Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri called on the United Nations Security Council to shoulder its responsibilities and to act to reach a binding and just agreement about the filling and operation of the Ethiopian dam. The Foreign Minister's remarks came during his meeting with representatives of Russia and China to the United Nations ahead of the United Nations Security Council session to discuss the Renaissance Dam filling issue on Thursday. During the meetings, the top diplomat expressed Egypt's firm stance toward the issue that is based on the necessity of reaching a legally binding agreement on the dam's filling and operation, taking into account the interests of the three countries and preserving Egypt's water rights. Shukri held another meeting with the Arab Committee concerned with the dam's file, which includes Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Iraq and Morocco, plus the Arab League. He also held a meeting with the permanent members of the African group of the UN Security Council, as well as representatives of Estonia, Ireland, Mexico and Norway, the non-permanent members of the Security Council over the Ethiopian dam. Earlier, Foreign Minister Shukri met with Tunisian permanent representative to the UN, as Tunisia is the current Arab representative in the Security Council. The Foreign Ministry sent a letter to the UN Security Council detailing the latest developments to the Ethiopian dam's file ahead of Thursday's session called to discuss the dam. In its letter, the ministry said Ethiopian side's move is a dangerous development that is exposing its bad intentions and insistence on taking unilateral measures. According to the letter, the move proves Ethiopia's stand to enforce a status quo without reaching a deal that addresses interests of the three countries and limits harm to the two downstream countries. It warned that the unilateral decision of the second filling of the dam would worsen the crisis, arouse more tensions in the region and jeopardize the international and regional peace security. Head of the Suez Canal Authority, Osama Rabia, held a press conference following the signing of a compensation agreement with the owner of Ever Given ship. Rabia asserted that the deal preserves Egypt's full rights and relations with its partnerships and thanked the mega ship owner for their cooperation and understanding to reach a settlement for this issue. Rabia added that the authority had got many benefits through this issue, particularly upgrading its rescue equipment. He reiterated that according to the authority regulations, the vessel's captain should be brought to account. He also pointed out that it's the first time to succeed in refloating such a huge vessel by digging through such a short time. Meanwhile, the container ship that blocked the Suez Canal in March and has been detained there since is due to finally resume its journey on Wednesday, after the owner and insurers reached a compensation settlement with the Suez Canal Authority. One of the world's largest container ships, the Ever Given, became wedged diagonally across the single-lane stretch of the canal for 6 days, disrupting the global trade. The Suez Canal Authority, the SCA, demanded more than $900 million in compensation for the salvage operation and other losses later, which lowered to $550 million. It held the ship under court order as it pursued the claim, creating a dispute with the ship's insurer and Japanese owner. After protracted negotiation, an undisclosed settlement between the parties was reached, and the Suez Canal Authority announced that the ship would be released on Wednesday. A ceremony was held at the Canal Authority to mark the departure of the vessel, which is loaded with 18,300 containers. Egypt on Tuesday reported 164 new coronavirus infections, bringing the total number of cases to 282,421 people since the outbreak hit the country in mid-February last year. The Health Ministry reported 22 new deaths, bringing the total number of fatalities to 16,306. The ministry added that 567 patients were discharged from hospitals, bringing the number of those who have recovered to 215,419.